Hello everyone, it's me, Lobsa, and I'm trying to make well, a phone mount so you no longer get shaky cam videos. So I can't afford a phone mount for this little tiny ass tripod I have, but I can make one. So I have this L bracket that I found, again from my grandpa's old tools, this nut that fits this thread, and I've traced the outline of my phone here, and what I'm gonna do now is just either cut or just rip off this part. I'm probably gonna rip it off since, I have a vise and it would be stupid to waste time cutting it precisely when I can just force things and rip this apart. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'll catch you guys when I have a bit more progress done. So this is my solution for cutting. I've just taped um, this little cylindrical thing. It's from a screwdriver. So I've just taped this tip, and it'll act as, well, it'll help. Whoa, that was weird. Oh, that was the phone doing weird stuff. So this will squeeze out the wood and compress it, and then it'll be easier for me to snap it off. And because I'm cutting with the grain, you can hear it cracking right now. Since I'm cutting with the grain, it will not be as hard to, look, just made a little score line here, which is exactly what I want. And I just have to replicate this on the other side. I wonder if I can chisel this out. Yeah, I think that would be quicker than just using some kind of saw blade, because I have this little hacksaw for fine details, and I have a big hacksaw, well, a normal size one. But yeah, I'm gonna try and chisel that out. See you guys in a bit. Alright, we're back. So, we're back. I finally cut out the template. I've cut this notch here to go and serve as a hole for the camera. So here's my L bracket. Here's the little nut. I've pressed it with a vise into this piece of scrub wood. So you can see this wood is not very refined, but it'll do just fine for this. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take this. This screws into my tripod. So this will go facing upwards. So this is the other way around. And this will be attached to this bit, like this. And I'm gonna nail it from the other side. Well, nail and super glue it, so I don't have any other options. So this is gonna go on the tripod, like so. I'm gonna just have this, so this is gonna allow me to mount this L bracket to this plate. Now, this plate is gonna have a couple strips to hold the cell phone in place, and I'm gonna make those in a couple of minutes. But first I gotta get this done and this attached to this, so I'll see you when that's done. Right, so let me just, oh, there's the light. Alright, so the base plate is, and it obviously falls into the floor because I did not plan this, because these videos are neither scripted. I mean, if you have time to script something, you have time to buy tools. So I did neither of those, and whoa, where's this thing going? All right, there we go. That should screw it. So that screws onto the tripod, which is now attached to the vise. Then you tighten this little thing, and that locks this into place. Alright, that sounds just the tripod hitting the thread on this rod, this threaded rod on the vise. So now that I have the base plate, done, I can focus on mounting it to this and making the holding system to keep the cell phone in place. I don't know how I'm gonna do that yet, but I have a couple of ideas, so I'll see you people in a bit. So the base plate is done. Cell phone goes in here, and I added this bit as a shim because this did not go in straight. I did not have to use glue though, which is a good thing because I hate glue so messy. So I'm thinking about the strips, you know. I thought, well, I'm just gonna do some tape strips, but then I realized I've got a leftover aluminum can. This is the aluminum can, or tin can for the Americans. So I'm gonna open it up, harvest some of this aluminum, and hopefully use it to put a couple of strips, one here and possibly one down here that does not interfere with neither the mic nor the other bit. One of those like touchy little buttons that are on every Android phone. So yeah, this is gonna be like the finishing touch. As you can see, this is the hole, this is the tripod, and of course this thread matches, well, most tripods. I could have also used this nut and this big ass bolt, but I don't have a tripod with this thread, so it's why bother, am I right? So I'm gonna do the couple strips, test fit the cell phone, and then I'm gonna show you the finished product. Alright, as you can see, I've opened up the can, and I got myself a pair of scissors, so now I'm gonna just scavenge this bit. Got a couple of paper towels because this has just been washed, and I'm gonna start by removing the, ow, yeah, this can really, you gotta be careful with these things. I know everyone says that, but you gotta really be careful with these things because aluminium, although not the most hard material, in fact it's one of the softest metals. I'm inclined to make a sex joke, but I can't come up with anything that wouldn't get me banned off YouTube right now. Yeah, the things inside my mind right now, they're not pretty, alright? Got a lot of problems right now, but I've removed the lid, just pressed on. Seriously, these things are a marvel of engineering. You can see the seam here. They only have two parts. All of this is extruded and I don't, no, not extruded, pressed aluminum. And this bit is formed on a lathe. And then this bit is also preformed by a press. They are joined, and then a couple of dies fold over this little edge here. And that's what makes an aluminum can so good, that's what makes an aluminum can so, well, compact and functional as a container for a beverage, because it's just two pieces and some glue. That's it. It's so simple. The design is brilliant. It's a brilliant piece of engineering. And there's a video. There's this guy on YouTube whose name I can't remember, but if I find the video, I'll link it in the description. If I don't, you're just gonna look up Engineer Guy. That's his name. Engineer Guy. The Engineer Guy. And just look up his video on aluminum cans because he explains it like 1,000 times better. And he has a ton of interesting content. Well, interesting for nerdy types, which means boring for the other 90% of the world, but whatevs, you know? So I'll catch you guys when I'm actually done with the build. Alright, I'm done with the thing. I'm actually shooting this part of the video from within the tripod. So, and just to prove that, I'm gonna put the tripod on. Now, it's not perfect. There's a lot of things I would have done differently, but most of those things can be attributed to, well, if I had had time to design this and tools. So right there, you saw that movement. That was the you dismount from the left. So all right, locked in place. And you're gonna see in a minute. There we go. That part of the video is stable now. I just need to adjust this. There we go. Now, I will have to make some counterweights or find a way to fix the tripod, because this tripod, well, it's not the heaviest tripod in the world. In fact, it's quite light. So right now I'm gonna unscrew the tripod and make this Blair Witch Project levels of movement. And I'm gonna dismount the phone. So crap, I accidentally pressed the block button on my phone, so I just slide my phone out of this, and here it is. So as you can see, I've used some like little tacks to tack it on, and it has these restraints, so you mount the phone here and you mount the tripod here. And from now on, this is going to make my videos, well, at least the ones where I don't pick up the camera, much more stable. And it was made out of half of this disc and a lot of time of working. So this was like 3 hours, because I could have done it in about 1 hour, but I had a little break, ate some lunch, you know, the usual. Oh my god, I sound so freaking white right now. The usual. Next thing I know, I'll be sipping Starbucks, a pumpkin spice latte, and talking about my Ugg boots, and going to the Taylor Swift concert. Ugh. In the name of Beelzebub, have I become a basic white girl? Ow! Bolt fell into my feet. This was the bolt I told you about. But I don't have anything. I could make a tripod adapter or make some kind of mount for the phone that used this, but then I would have to modify a tripod that I don't have. So I don't know. This was a quick and easy solution for this problem, and it also doubles as an audio stand, because I use this cell phone for voiceovers. So if I'm going to do a voiceover, I will probably make I will probably put the phone like this, or like this, actually, like this, and just speak into it. Use this as a microphone stand. I'm just going to use a bit of tape here to ensure that it doesn't fall out. But yeah, it beats my current mic stand. Anyway, that has been all. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time, people. Oh, quick shout out to Kilgore Trout for Kilgore Trout, Charlie, Azula, and all of those magnificent people that I call friends. So I'll see you next video. I'll tell you next video what the next video is gonna be about, but then it would be that video. So you know what? You'll find out when you find out. Hasta la vista, bitches.